I cautiously adjusted my headlamp and took a deep breath, preparing myself for another night of search and rescue duty. As a seasoned forest ranger, I had encountered my fair share of eerie encounters deep within the woods. However, nothing could have prepared me for what awaited me that fateful night. The call had come in around dusk, a lost hiker in the vast wilderness of the Appalachian Mountains. It was my responsibility to venture into the darkness and bring them back to safety. Armed with a map, radio, and a sense of determination, I set off on the treacherous trail. The moon shone dimly through the thick canopy of trees, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor. The rustling of leaves underfoot seemed to echo in the silent night, intensifying my growing unease. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end as I delved deeper into the unknown. Hours passed, and with each step the forest seemed to grow darker and more foreboding. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that unseen eyes were tracking my every move. I tried to dismiss the paranoia, chalking it up to the wild imagination of a tired ranger. But then I heard it, the distant sound of a child's laughter. My heart skipped a beat and I quickened my pace. It was not uncommon for lost children to wander off the trail, disoriented and scared. I radioed back to base, alerting them to the possibility of finding a missing child. With the laughter guiding me, I pushed forward, the chilling breeze sending a shiver down my spine. The woods seemed to transform, becoming twisted and malevolent. The once familiar path now appeared distorted, leading me deeper into an unknown realm. Suddenly the laughter ceased, replaced by an eerie silence that suffocated the forest. My flashlight flickered, casting erratic beams of light that danced through the dense underbrush. I scanned my surroundings, desperately searching for any signs of the lost child. That's when I spotted it, a small tattered doll lying atop a mossy log. Its glassy eyes seemed to stare into my soul, filled with a sinister energy that made my blood run cold. A wave of dread washed over me, but I couldn't afford to be paralyzed by fear. I continued on, the forest growing eerier by the minute. Strange symbols and markings appeared on the trees, their meaning lost to me. The air grew thick with an otherworldly presence, as if the woods were a portal to a realm beyond our own. As I pressed forward, the sound of footsteps echoed through the night. Someone, or something, was following me, matching my every move. Panic gripped my heart and I quickened my pace, my boots thudding against the forest floor. Just when I thought I couldn't bear it any longer, a faint cry reached my ears. It was the unmistakable sound of a child in distress. My heart soared with hope, and I forged ahead, determined to bring them back to safety. But as I reached the source of the cries, my blood turned to ice. In a small clearing stood a figure shrouded in darkness. Its eyes glowed like fiery embers, fixing me with a malevolent gaze. The child's cries had transformed into a haunting melody that reverberated through the air. Fear paralyzed me as the figure beckoned me closer. It was a trap, a vile trick played by forces beyond comprehension. I stumbled backward, my mind racing for an escape. But the forest seemed to tighten its grip, confining me within its nightmarish realm. Desperation consumed me as I fought against the unseen forces that held me captive. With every ounce of strength, I broke free, racing through the darkened woods. The howling wind whispered haunting secrets, urging me to turn back, to surrender to the abyss. But I couldn't. I refused to succumb to the horrors that lurked within this unholy place. I pressed on, fueled by sheer willpower and the determination to survive. Finally, I burst through the tree line, gasping for breath as I collapsed onto the forest's edge. The night sky greeted me with open arms, its stars twinkling in a comforting display. I had escaped the clutches of an evil that defied all reason. As I relayed the harrowing tale to my fellow rangers, their eyes widened with disbelief. Some spoke of ancient curses and vengeful spirits, while others dismissed it as a hallucination born from exhaustion. But deep down, we all knew the truth, that the forest held secrets beyond our comprehension, waiting to ensnare the unsuspecting wanderer in its treacherous way.